Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video it will be for a brand new season of Love Island. This is season 12, of course it's 2025, the summer edition. So this is episode 1. I'm going to be talking about what happened in yesterday's episode. Of course there's going to be spoilers in this video and in every other video that I do. So if I don't mention it in the video, it'll be like in the title, or it'll be on the playlist as well when I add them to them. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So on the app, it showed the new boys and the new girls. There was also Meet the Cast. There was like questions they asked them. Then they were going on their phones. They were like they were told like how much screen time do you use in a day? What was your last search? What was your last saved photo, or any saved photos on your phone? How many photos do you have on your phone? How quick is it for you to reply? Do you like text, call, or voice note? Describe your Instagram in 3 words. How would you slide in someone's DMs? And how many unread messages do you have? There was the first look, because there was some drama that happened towards the end of the episode, which I'll talk more about. And there was like, when would you introduce your partner or crush or whatever to your family? I think someone said after, like during the first day, which is a bit, Now I'd give it at least a month, or wait until you're actually together, or you've been on a few dates really. So there was the drama compilation again on the app. With the boys, we had Ben, 23, from Gloucester. He's a taxi driver. Harry, 30 years old, from Guildford, is a semi-professional footballer. Tommy, 22 years old, from Hertfordshire, is a landscape gardener. Dejon, if I've pronounced that right, Dejon, 26 years old, from London, and is a personal trainer. We have Connor, 25 years old, from Limerick, is a rugby player. And we have Blue, BLU, is a very nice name, 26 years old, from Burnley, is a construction project manager. So there was other stuff mentioned about the boys and girls, which I'll talk more about later when they came into the villa. We had Helena, 29 years old, from London, is cabin crew in a VT. She said she was from Devon though, so maybe she's moved to London now. Alima, 23 years old, from Glasgow, is a wealth management client service executive. That's a handful to say. Sophie, 29 years old, from Manchester, is a motivational speaker and author. So that's interesting. Then we've got Meg, who's 25 years old, from Southampton, is a payroll specialist. Shakira, 22 years old, from Burnley, is a marketing engineer. And to put a spanner in the works, we've got a Meg. Now we've got a Megan. She's 24 years old. She said in her VT it's from Dublin, but I think she lives in Brighton now. She does musical theatre and is an energy broker. We had the look on the new villa that is going to be at. So it looks very new. There's this trampoline hammock. Well, Ian called it a hampoline over the pool. The first look is sponsored by Nescafe. There was a new logo as well. It was like a glass heart, which looked pretty cool. They showed the islanders like doing slow walks out of the cars, of course. There was champagne. Meg said she's been single for 4.5 years. She's not got no dating profile. She likes the naughty boys, especially ones that give her evil eyes when they give them that look. And then no one in her office or her city is fit, so that's why she's on the show. Shakira is a princess on the weekend. She dresses up for kids' parties. She's on the apps. She goes to town. She's a dating connoisseur, she says. She's looking for someone with good teeth, big arms, has a pulse, and good chat. And then she had a criteria. By 25, she wants to be engaged. 28, she wants to be married. And then 30 years old, she wants to have kids. So, the boys better get their graft on, really, for her. Alima, 23 years old. She's been single, so her whole life. She's a hopeless romantic. She gets ick quite easily. And she can be very flirty if she likes the person. She has a nice smile as well, she says. Sophie, I think someone either knows her from another friend or something. Not her personally, but I think someone might know her of my friends. that knows someone else of her, because they talked about it. She's had one boyfriend as well, she said. Megan, she's been single for 2.5 years. She wants a man who looks dead. I don't know what that's like, but sort of like Tim Burton, she said. Or a ginger lad. And sex is very important to her. Helena wants a medium ugly boy. She's been single her whole life, 29 years. She's feral on a night out. She kissed 6 boys on one night. And apparently she loves a short king with the people that she's been with in the past. Her last people, one was 42 years old and one was 23. So she could either date the dad or his son. They talked about the biggest icks as well. Some people said taking themselves too seriously, like taking selfies, being rude to people, especially waiters. Instagram highlights of like different random things or the same thing, like fitness and all this. And then someone said flip-flops. If someone's showing their toes and round in flip-flops, that's an ick for them. Maya then came in. She needed to know, like, you know, what's your type and all this. We had a new word added in by Sophie, dematized. So basically, it's when you get hypnotized by the D in a very sexual way. So it's a blend of D and hypnotized. Of course, I can't say it because it's a swear word, but yeah, that's the new word of 2025 Love Island. There was a new twist as well. There was these hearts with names on and a dating bio of the boys, and the girls had to pick a heart of a boy that they liked. So it's like their type on paper, and then they're seeing if that actually works. So we had Ben. He said 6'3". No, I'm not a catfish. Dejon, 6'1". I like to play hard and work harder. I love to play, so I work very hard, he said. The girls were like, what does that mean, you know? Harry, 6'2", commodities trainer as well as a semi-professional footballer. I'm somewhere in between a wild card and a husband. I know what I want and I'm not afraid to get it. Connor, 6'1". I scored worldies on and off the pitch, but now I'm here to find the one. Blue, 5'11". I'm looking for my sexy senorita to sip margaritas, like the rhyme there. Tommy, 6'1", half Italian, full of fun. Let's find out if you're the one. Good rhyming. I think he used some sort of chat or rhyming thing online. I don't think he made that up himself. No one was fighting for anyone, really. I thought people would be like, hey, that's mine. But they went straight away and they were like, oh, you can have him and all this. But I don't know if it was Sophie and Helena who were umming and ahhing because she was left with the rugby boy, Helena, and she does not like rugby boys. Ben says he rates himself exactly a 9.37425. His love life is a shambles and he's a nuisance on a night out. Shakira said Ben smells very good. Dejon said most of his clients that he works with are female. The older the client, the more bolder they are. He's been asked by them, they would like to see him naked, they said. He's been rejected before as well, he said, which doesn't happen often, but he has been. He's romantic, and a bad habit he's got a wandering eye. So that could be a problem in the future. If he's set on some and then another person walks in, he could be like, oh, actually, I like that one. Harry has been single for a year. I think he came out of a long relationship or something. He's not on any apps. He's a hopeless romantic as well. Connor, his mum said to stay single, enjoy life, and is sort of glad that he has because, he's looking to find someone now. He is a ladies' man, and he can come across arrogant and cocky, he said. That's his first, that's the first impression of people. But, his type is someone who's ambitious, really. Blue was born in London, but raised in Marbella. He rates himself a 9.5. To give it a 10, he says he has to not be wearing trousers. He likes someone with a big bum, big chest, and big personality. He's open about sex, and his mum actually has a sex shop in Marbella, and he gets stuff for free there. Tommy was the only one of the boys who hugged Maya. He lives in Potter's Bar in Hertfordshire. I didn't know, but I looked at the photo. It was very nice. And I think he's a mummy's boy because he says he get his packed lunch made for him every single day. I mean, he's 22. Like, should you not be making your own lunch, you think? And he does get attention from a lot of the girls. So, as I say, the couples, Shakira and Ben, Dejan and Meg, Sophie and Harry, Helena and Connor, Blue and Alima, and Tommy and Megan. Everyone then spoke to the others. There was a advert after the break. It was for £50,000. You got a bonus draw, and then you could be in the Love Island final in person in 8 weeks' time. And you get a 7-night all-inclusive holiday to Mallorca, courtesy of Travel Republic. So they split into groups to discuss, how things going. Some people weren't happy. I think Sophie might not have been, Alima and Helena as well. Helena and Connor spoke. Connor says he's had one girlfriend for like 8 weeks. He doesn't like blondes, and Helena is the only blonde there. So that's a bit awkward. But he says, it's not boring. She said, he's not boring now, and she's quite surprised after the chat she had with Connor. Sophie and Harry spoke. Sophie was involved in a fire accident, she said, when she was 22 years old. And I think that's the reason as well she's become an author and a motivational speaker to talk about this as well. Harry likes reading, but she said that Sophie might be a bit too much for her or something. Blue, not he doesn't really like Alima that much, I think, on paper, he said. And Alima wasn't feeling it as well. Tommy likes brunettes, as I say, nice body and bum. Tommy, Megan, Shakira and Ben were talking. And I think Megan said she's a quarter Sicilian, which Tommy has family as well. I think his nan lives in Sicily as well. Shakira has already given Ben a nickname. He's called him Benny Boo. I don't know if I'd be a bit put off by that straight away, giving nicknames, Benny Boo, no. But yeah, he's looking for someone under 5'6", nice teeth, cute smile, nice eyes, and ambitious, and also career driven. Meg and Dejan spoke. She says she's a bit 50-50 because he does like to do a lot of partying and he can stay up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Ben and Shakira spoke one-on-one. Megan and Tommy spoke. Tommy's got an A-level and GCSE in drama. His brother's a plumber, and he's also been an estate agent for 2 years, he said, or used to be. Megan, she goes to London for the shows, and then she asked, what are your sheets like? And then Tommy was like, that's a weird question. I think she was saying, do you have New York, or do you have Spider-Man or something like this? I'm like, okay. Megan and Dejan spoke again. They were smiling as well. Dejan moved away from home when he was 16, and Meg moved into her nan's when she was 15. She says she's allergic to tattoos. I wonder how that can be. Maybe because of the ink or something. I don't know, to be honest. I've never known anyone to do that. Then later on, we had a bombshell come in. First bombshell of this series. Tony, 24 years old, get this, from Las Vegas, and is a pool cabana server. This makes her the first American Islander to be on Love Island UK. We have had someone from Australia. That was Jessie, I think, 2 years ago or something, and then she was with Will. But yeah, there's not been anyone else from any other that I can remember so far from a different country or something for a while. So this is interesting, and she seems pretty good. She had to choose straight away as well. She wasn't given 24 hours to talk to anyone. So off first impression, she was just like, Ben, okay. I thought, oh no, Shakira's going to get dumped straight away, because that sometimes happens, but luckily not, no. However, she could be in the next 24 hours. She has to convince, well, or speak to the other boys, and in the hope that she gets picked. If she doesn't get picked, she's going home. But if she does, the girl that remains single is getting dumped. And get this, Tony and Ben can't be broken up at this moment. So she can't go back to Ben. She's got to be speaking to all them other guys. But anyway, I know it's a handful this first episode, so sorry it's a bit longer than it would normally be. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.